Hello, and welcome back to another Liverpool match review. Obviously, this one is for Liverpool vs Manchester United. I know it's a day late, but I've been busy this weekend, and this is the first time that I've been managed to, properly record this. And I wanted to really think about what I wanted to say for this video because of the things that Liverpool tried to and did do. In terms of what they tried to implement to make sure that we won the game, and what went wrong for Manchester United, and what Liverpool really did well to score 3 goals and could have been um, a lot more than just three. But let's get straight into it. So the game started as it always does at Old Trafford. They always start positively. Maybe just not that much, but obviously with the crowd, from the Stretford end and all that kind of stuff, the crowd really up for it. Obviously with what the game means as well, they always start positively well against us. So we had to just get through the first 5 to 10 minutes, and that's what we did. We just as soon as we got possession of the ball, just keep passing it between the back line, Alisson, Van Dijk, Kanate, and Robbo, Trent as well. Just keep passing it, waiting to get Ryan Gravenberch on the ball and swivel McAllister and Dominic as well. And that's exactly what happens. Van Dijk gets the ball off Kanate, looks for the right option. Bruno and Meno were really struggling because Casemiro had a nightmare, as he's done for ages now. Who really needs to go probably to the Saudi League or MLS. But anyway, they were doing two jobs for the for the price of one in terms of picking up for Casemiro. Ryan picks the ball up, strides forward with the ball positively, passes it to Diaz, and then we know what happened there with the offside. But it was a great team goal, and it was just unfortunate that we didn't it didn't count because of us, the world that we live in VAR. But it was rightly rolled off, and you're thinking, I just hope that it doesn't impact the crowd too much, as obviously offside can get the crowd back up, and United might use that as a positive action. But it sort of spurred us on more, really, in my opinion. And the breakthrough finally did come. Again, Ryan Gravenberch from a McAllister, from a Casemiro mistake. Sorry, he strides forward with the ball again, passes it to Salah, and a lovely chip ball to the back post, and great awareness from Dominic Szoboszlai to duck and get out of Diaz's way to make it 1-0. And as soon as that goal went in, you could see the comments going through the whole squad. Just keep passing it. Just stay patient. Just don't because a lot of times under the Jurgen style of football, be back to front, and if it meant forcing the pass rather than taking your time and look for the right pass, that's what we'd do. And look at Old Trafford last year. That's exactly what happened. We didn't take the chances, and we paid the price for Boivana. He doesn't want to. He's a lot more structured in terms of how he wants to play the game, which is now nothing wrong with Jurgen's now. Everyone's got their own way of doing things. But I think with the players that we do have now in this new look Liverpool team, obviously that Jurgen built for a year, we're really suited to the possession style based, and that's how we got the second one again. Just great play all round. Mao is built to play as a joke. Just gets the ball, uses the pace on the ball to pick out Diaz, and Diaz just leans back a little bit. The great spin on the ball, uses the pace, and barrows it in to make it 2-0. And we could have added a third if Dominic wanted to shoot before the halftime whistle. But you can't really complain. A lot we dominated the first half, especially. as it went on, it could have been 3 or 4 with the chances. But you're going at half time, you're thinking, what a great feeling this is from the past mistakes that we've made at Old Trafford. It's never easy going there for Liverpool because of the history between the two clubs, and we don't have a very good, great record there. So being 2-0 up with Arne Slot's first game at Old Trafford as well, it was a huge boost and fully deserved. But so then the second half starts. Casemiro goes off for the youngster, and as soon as the game restarts, we could have scored straight away. Dominic Szoboszlai never stopped running. Same as Diogo Jota. He didn't score. Could have had one, but just the whole team was just pressing as high as possible. And when we did get the ball, we were just punishing them as quickly as possible. And Ryan Gravenberch, on the half turn, didn't force any passes. Like the one that really, the style of play really was really capped off in terms of with it still being early in the Arne Slot project. His regime, it was capped off that Old Trafford performance by the passing sequence on the far right wing in the corner. And Mo Salah just shrugged everybody off. They were just passing it round in triangles, and Salah's shot was unfortunate not to go in. But the third one, we finally did get the third goal, and it was just great pressing again by the midfield, and he passes it. Szoboszlai passes it to Mo. I believe it was Dominic anyway, and Onana, his positioning was all over the shop, and Salah just whipped it into the far corner, and that was basically good night Vienna. But the pressing from everyone, the passing, just a great team performance, and to do that in your first game to Old Trafford is something that is special because he's the first person to do that since Bob Paisley, so he's up amongst the greats already, and of course it doesn't mean we're going to be winning anything with Arne Slot, but you can just go game by game and just keep trying to implement things that we're learning on the AXA. And like you say, you would all agree that you can see what we're trying to do on the pitch, whereas United under Ten Hag, you can't really understand what they're trying to do. They've got Xerxes playing false nine. Sometimes they've got Bruno Fernandes playing there, and after all that money spent, it's kind of embarrassing for them, but great for us to see the style. And that's the thing that Jurgen doesn't really get the credit for. He should, because he's made sure that rather than leaving the year before, which he could have well done, and he spoke to his wife about it and she got him to stay, he's managed to build a team that's going to get better and better. Of course, we need a couple more pieces. We had a Chiesa in, as we already spoke the other day, but this team's only going to get better and better, and we're only 3 games into the Arne Slot project. But in terms of the game, again, could have had 4, 5, 6. Should have Salah missed the opportunity, and I'm sure Dominic Szoboszlai will be getting called off for being unprofessional, and should have buried that chance and just took the fourth goal. But he's tried to be too cocky. Obviously 3-0 up. He's still he's not young. He's not a kid, but he's still he's still young, and he is young, but what I mean is he's no excuses for him in terms of doing that. He's not a child. He's a Hungarian captain. He shouldn't know better. Just score rather than trying to take the mick out of United, especially at Old Trafford, because games can be changed by goals, and United did have a couple of chances. So you've just got to be ruthless. And I'm sure Arne Slot and the leadership group, obviously with Van Dijk obviously as the captain, would have told him in private and never do that again. Now you'd at least hope so. They would. But it was a fully great performance all the way through. To go to Old Trafford and do that, pass them to death, kill them with passes, basically, is what Arne Slot wants, and we did that. Next level. to be honest, it was better than I imagined we do at Old Trafford, given that it's Arne Slot's first game. But 3 out of 3, 0 goals conceded, which again we look a lot better defensively. Probably because we're not good gung ho anymore, which again I want to make clear is not any offence to Jurgen. We all love Jurgen, obviously, don't we? But obviously with the passing, you're a lot more composed on the ball, and you don't want to make it into a basketball game as much anymore. So that kind of helps the defence to stay compact, and Ibu and Van Dijk stayed switched on, and Alisson, as he always does, made sure we walked away with a clean sheet as well with that header from Zirkzee. Even though he was kind of right at him, he still had to adjust himself from that distance so close to him, and he did the job. But Ibu covers for Trent so well, Trent might get caught out here and there defensively, but he helps out, gets across, and hopefully he can just keep fit along with the other lads. And after the international break, we go on to Forest, and we just keep trying to win the games as much as possible.